What's up, guys? Welcome back. This is SBH Rise, and we're here doing a review. And I want to talk about the new streaming service. It comes out November 12th, 2019, this fall. Can't wait. Super pumped. Here it is, the one and only Disney Plus. All the classic Disney movies, all the Disney movies, like even the newer movies, TV shows, it's all going to be here. There's also, other companies and like producers that are like up for this. Like here you got obviously Disney, but you got Pixar, you got Marvel, you got Star Wars, you got National Geographic. Who wouldn't want to see the wildlife in their natural habitat? Big animal lovers, loving to watch like Discovery Channel. That's pretty cool and neat. You have like 85 days, 15 hours, 35 minutes, and 46 seconds, and counting down. It comes out this fall. Literally, I'm pumped. It's sort of like Netflix, but this is going to be way better. Netflix, Hulu, you got Showbox, you got all these websites that you can get your favorite shows and, stream and stuff. But this is going to be way better, and I'm going to go into details right now. So, like, endless entertainment, like, all the movies that you fell in love with as a kid, or even movies and TV shows that you love now is going to be here. The biggest thing for me is like the big deal, small prices. Like Netflix, I know you pay like $13. You have like 5 different accounts or something like that. But in this particular streaming service is $6.99 per month. So if you're all about paying a monthly bill, maybe bill with credit or something, I don't know. If that's into you, you can do that. But this is what caught my eye. I'm a big gamer, so when it comes to like, playing online, you don't want to pay monthly or, 2 months of live. You're going to go to the, further and beyond. You're going to actually pay for a year, pay a one-time fee, and you're going to be able to game and, fuck shit up on your games, excuse my language, but be with your friends, family, and, have a good time and experience like everything that you're paying for. Now, this is what the Disney Plus is doing. You could pay $69.99 per year. So it's like a one-time thing. So like about $73, you can have this streaming service for a year. And you get all your freaking like classic movies, TV shows, future stuff. You get everything in this bundle, maybe like exclusive stuff, if you pay for the year. And that's what I'm like dire need of like, setting my goals for. $70, not bad for a whole year. But like, this is like how it looks. Like, I mean, you could pull this up for yourself, keep updated. You go to Google, type in, Disney Plus, and you could bring up this thing. But look at the graphics of this little trailer type deal, like page. The earlobe looks so realistic. The hair, the family. Look at like the TV. Now giving you the aspects of like how it's gonna look on your TV. It looks smooth. It looks fresh. It looks like user friendly. It looks similar to Netflix sorta. Like it looks freaking good. Now like here's Disney Plus and original. So like here's some of the like TV shows that are in movies that are actually going to be on the streaming service. The biggest thing is I'm not a really big Star Wars like diehard. I don't know pretty much a lot about it, but it's like I do love the movies. I do love the like anime like cartoon, Clone Wars series. I did watch that. Did mention The Mandalorian, and now The Mandalorian is going to be on the streaming site, and
and a little bit of history for those who are great Star Wars fans, or if they do know this history. There is a war called the Mandalorian Wars, and what it is most of you know Jango, Boba Fett. They're bounty hunters, which is basically what Mandalorians are. They're mercenaries. They're clan tribes. If you see a Mandalorian wearing gray armor, he is called Mandalore. He is the leader and he's supposed to unite all of the clans together.
Oh, okay.
And then in KOTOR 2, you do meet him, but if you go back to the original game for the original Xbox, it's KOTOR 1, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. You go there, you meet Canderous Ordo. He is a Mandalorian. He does a lot of drugs, battle stimulants. That's all they use when they fight.
Okay.
They just do drugs.
So they're like humans basically too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But to be super soldiers, they literally just do all the drugs they can to increase pain tolerance.
Okay.
So that way, and then when you get to KOTOR 2, you meet him again, but he is now Mandalore.
And then he's like the rightful king of like the Mandalorians.
He is the
So they're
he's supposed to be-
they're bounty hunters, and this probably series takes place with like, you know, the like putting yourself in the Mandalorian shoes.
Yes.
Like after like the whole fallout with the, you know, the Republican.
And Mandalorians do not believe in the Force. That's why they mainly are mercenaries, bounty hunters, smugglers.
Okay.
They only use weapons. They don't use swords. They do use swords, but they don't use lightsabers.
Gotcha.
That's why they don't believe in the
So
Force.
they don't believe in the Force.
Nope.
They're not even like considered like the dark side of the Force. They don't
Nope.
just believe any of that.
Nope.
Oh.
They're basically a Han Solo.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, thank you for your, you know, general knowledge and your like passion on like Star Wars. And there you go. You have it. I have a diehard Star Wars fan in the building. There we go. But anyways, like, yeah, the Mandalorian is going to be really neat to see. It's going to take you the aspect of being like, you know, a Mandalorian, and it's going to show you like what they go through and like hopefully, you know, bigger details in the movies that we all fell in love with. This is one of the ones that I'm actually looking forward to is The Lady and the Tramp. I'm 100% like Infinity and Beyond, like most definitely like invested and like hoping they create all the Disney movies live action. Now, when it comes to that, people do have like mixed emotions, mixed reviews. Some like, some don't. Everyone has their own opinion. But what I want to say, 100% of the truth of the matter that you have to consider is that Disney is actually creating like new flavor. Like they're taking classic. First off, you can't replace the classics. You can't even like replace it at all. Like by far, nothing can beat classic. Now, what it is like they're taking the actual story 100%, and they're like replicating it and giving it their own spice, giving it their own flavor, putting newer things that you did not see because, by frankly, you can't like replicate like a drawing on a big screen. Like you just can't. Like it's that right there. They're not trying to replace. They're not trying to reboot. They're trying to get a newer generation, a new like crowd. Like, you know, these movies came out in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s. Like were hand drawn. You cannot, like, I don't care how good you are, you can't take that drawing and make it like exactly how it moves or does or whatever in real life. Like you just can't. So that's the concept of like a lot of people need to realize that they are getting the one important thing correct when they make these live action is the story, how it starts, how it ends, the moral and all that. They are getting it done 100%. Which you might have a favorite scene, but that should not say, oh, well, it sucked. You know, like, oh, I was disappointed. Like, they put their best effort, and by my opinion, they're doing an outstanding job. I honestly think that the producer that made The Jungle Book and The Lion King should team up with, like, the people that made Beauty and the Beast, Dumbo, Aladdin, and they should all just like, because like 5-6 heads are better than one, and they should like team up, make contracts, and do all these movies in live action. I'm talking the classics, like that's just the one thing that I'm talking. The oldest one in my book would probably be Fantasia. Like, you're making all these live action. Let's make a live action of the one who started it all, like Mickey Mouse. They did Alvin and the Chipmunks, Scooby-Doo. I mean, they can do that, the justice for that. Like, he's like the one, the like icon, the image of Disney, Mickey Mouse. Come on, that would be freaking amazing. Fantasia, that's. But even like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, like that would be beautiful, like in real life action. But like this is talking about, let's go like over this before we get like deep into the conversation of the live action. But here's like Lady and the Tramp, like I was saying, they're making this a movie. It's gonna be beautiful. I did see leaks and photos of like what the the dogs are gonna look like, and beautiful. One thing that caught my attention is anything to do with Marvel, like superheroes. I'm there. But hero projects, like what is that? Like a younger team, like maybe mutants, or maybe Nick Fury like finds younger superpower gifted individuals. Maybe that's what that's all about. Into the unknown of making Frozen 2. That would be pretty cool. I love I wouldn't say documentary, but like behind the scenes. Like I love like what the actors and actresses and like the animation, like what they have to do. Like I watched like the behind the scenes of The Lion King. It was awesome. That's gonna pretty catch my attention. I love Let It Go, but another one that caught my eyes is Monsters at Work. So like if you know Monsters University, or if you know Monsters Inc. Monsters Inc. is where the Mike Wazowski and Sully, and I'm always watching you, Mike Wazowski, all the time. Okay, so, but I'm just saying, like, that movie, what we fall in love with, it was like basically they're adults. They were, had their daily jobs, and we all fell in love. And then all of a sudden, the sequel came out, was how they became scarers, and like they're young, they're kids, they go into college, and then it shows at the end. I don't know if none of you, like, I watch, like, when it comes to TV shows, like not TV shows, but like movies, like animated movies, they show like clips of like in the credits. I do watch those things because that is like beautiful, like art, and you see it shows you clips of like what they're going through after the whole movie's been over and stuff like that. So like in the end of Monsters University, it shows like Sully like getting a job. They're reading a paper, they get a job at the incorporation of like Monsters Inc. and scarers, but they want to be scarers, but they have to start like from the bottom, rise to the top, just like everyone on a daily basis. So it shows like them getting perfect attendance, employee of the month, and like working their way up like the chain, and and all of a sudden like bam, it stops. Because why? Like then now they reach of getting the job of what they wanted to do is be scarers, and they become a team. And maybe this is actually a series that's going to show you after that's between like University and between Monsters Inc. It's going to show you a whole new like aspect of the universe, and maybe new characters, stuff, and like what they go through. That's going to be awesome to see. We got, this is like right here. I was so disappointed, and I'm dying to see my main man, Vision. Wanda and Vision series, a Marvel series. It's probably going to take place after Endgame, because Vision, I was so disappointed. I love you, Russo brothers, but you disappoint me on two things. One, when the Hulk was not being the Hulk, I wanted him to get bigger fighting scenes with Thanos, at least get his rematch in. I know it wasn't all about that, but I'm saying, like, come on, man. Infinity War, Thanos beat him to a pulp. And like there was like Infinity War, there was big like leaks of toys. Even I held it in my hand, like where the Hulk busted out of the freaking Hulk Buster. Never happened. He would have killed like Insidious, Insidious, freaking the dark dwarf. Enemy Maw would. Yeah, no one would stand a chance against the freaking Hulk. But I was most impressed. Like Endgame was supposed to be like the end of like this like phase. Like I loved the movie, but like the Hulk, man, he should have just got like 20 seconds of him throwing hands like with Thanos. That would have, then it would have been just like mwah, like perfect. So I'm thinking like, and one, you didn't bring back Vision, like. Oh, like they didn't even mention him. Like Wanda did say, like, "Oh, you took everything I loved and cherished," and Thanos was like, "Man, I don't even know you." Like, I'm thinking that she meant Vision because Thanos murdered him. And basically, I was so disappointed that he didn't show up at the end of the fight. You know, everyone was there. I mean, he should have been there. But maybe this is going to take place. It's going to show these actresses that play these characters. They're probably going to show you, like, after the fact, like, what's going on after Endgame and Tony's death. Spoiler warning, sorry. Yeah, it's out on DVD, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna show you exactly. I'm just happy and like most excited to see Vision back in action. Here's another one that's caught my eye that I'm like the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, a Marvel series. I mean, this is probably gonna show you like him, you know, taking the mantle of Captain America, rocking the shield, probably get a new suit. Him and Bucky become closer because of Steve Rogers' departure. It's going to probably show you, like, after Endgame, like, what they're doing and what, you know, is going on for the future movies. I'm looking forward for that. Star Wars Clone Wars is all the, like, you know, seasons and series, however you want to see it, movies. Those were pretty good growing up as a kid. I liked to watch them. That's where I first, you know, it was introduced to Mandalorian in that TV show. One thing I'm excited for, but also kind of like devastated because the Loki series, like Loki, everyone loved Loki, like before he met his, you know, maker. Basically in Endgame, obviously everyone's seen Endgame. They go back, they do a time heist where they're trying to get the stones before Thanos even gets them, and they're going through all this hassle. They kind of screwed the timeline up, and Loki gets away. He never goes back to Thor, like the Dark Worlds. He never gets back to Asgard because at the end of the first Avengers movie, Thor takes him and the Tesseract back to Asgard, which in Endgame, Loki escapes. And basically, now everyone's like, where's Loki? Now it's the like Loki that everyone was like, oh my god, he should just be a hero, not a villain. But you know what's that? It's gonna show you his mystical ways. You know, the god of mischief himself. Like he's gonna, you know, we're gonna see exactly what is he doing with the timeline that he like basically like ruined after he left. So that's going to be pretty cool. And this is my favorite word. Everyone that knows me, I'm always saying what if, and what if this, and what if that, and what would you do? Those are like by far. And this is a title, ladies and gentlemen. Marvel Studios series, What If? Question mark. Like, maybe this series is going to actually show you like what if it never happened, what if this never happened, what if that never, what if they chose to do it this way and not that way. Like what if, like for instance, Steve Rogers never became Captain America, and what if instead like Peggy Carter became like Captain America. You know, what if Bucky really died, never like was found, and he never became the Winter Soldier? Or what if like Thanos actually defeated all the Avengers? And you see some of the dark, you know, what happens in like, you know, the comics where like Thanos rips Captain America's head off and throws it at the, you know, fallen Avengers, and or even like, you know, kills everyone pretty much. And you finally get to see Lady Death and, you know, stuff like that. What if, you know, you never know. Maybe that's why it's called the What If series. And, you know, so I'm looking really forward. Like, also here it is, like Moana, you know, Disney, Pixar, Toy Story, Marvel, Captain Marvel, Star Wars, you know, National Geographic, Discovery Planet. Basically, you know, like, I love lions, I love bears, gorillas, you know. I sometimes, not going to lie, I watch that stuff. It interests me. 30, like, seasons of The Simpsons. I mean, every Simpsons movie and TV series that ever came to existence, like, it's going to be on the streaming service. Like, that's going to be freaking awesome. The countdown again, guys. I mean, I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be amazing. Some of the stuff I didn't mention, you know, like High School Musical. I mean, that's not for me, but maybe it's for you, you know. And this is just a little taste. This is not just all what you're gonna get for like $70. Like, there's gonna be way more, like way more. Basically, you know, this is it. And Disney Plus comes out November 12th. The countdown, like I said, you can pull this up, keep updates on Google. Just type in Disney Plus and it like pops up. But I'm really looking forward to seeing all these backstories on like certain TV series, and like also like the future of like the Marvel universe, the Star Wars universe, like all these universes that like intertwine with each other. It's gonna be freaking amazing. I did find a trailer that I actually want to go over. It is basically this right here. Let's just get to it.
Hey, what's going on here?
Like, okay, so for in my honest opinion now, like, I know it's just about Disney Plus, but also I want to talk about these like possibilities of live action. Like, we did get a live action of Pinocchio. It was good at some point, but like now, like if these like producers got together, like who wouldn't want to see a Disney live action? You know, every Disney movie that comes out right now, it should say like The Lion King, live action, Pinocchio, live action, Aladdin, live action. Like, they should all keep the same type of, you know, title, because like I said, it's a new thing that they're going. I would love to see this, you know, or even like right here, this is Peter Pan. We did get Pan, we did get Hook with Robin Williams. Those were good movies, but I want to see the Peter Pan, like this classic Peter Pan, turn into real life. Like, that would be freaking amazing. Dumbo was such a good movie. They need now. Seeing Mulan is coming out sometime next year, or even at the end of this year. I'm not too sure, but there have been links. But God, please do it. Don't be like this. Like, get Eddie Murphy to play Mushu, like the dragon. Like, I heard a rumor that the dragon was not going to be in the movie, and I would be heartbroken. And I am literally 100% down. Like, they need to get these characters like in these live action movies. Get Eddie Murphy, you know, throw him a shiny penny, tell him, hey, guess what? You're going back being Mushu. Dishonor on your whole family. Make a note here. Like, they need to definitely like get this guy to go do Mushu. I mean, Mulan is one of the Disney movies that have an outstanding like soundtrack. There's good songs. I mean, they need to do it. Like, do it. Now, like right here, Ariel, like the Little Mermaid, like the person that made Aquaman, that type of CGI, like they need to just do that. Like, that would be so amazing. Like, get the story 100%, add whatever you want to add, but do it like that. That would be freaking amazing for the Little Mermaid. Pocahontas, that's another classic. Like, that would be cool as live action. Like, good, outstanding soundtrack, good songs, you know, the technology and the like CGI that we have, we can like get this freaking amazing. Lion King, I loved it. Even this, they can make a live action Princess and the Frog. Like, that would be freaking cool. Like, Moana as live action, yeah, buddy. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that would be a good Maui. I know he plays the voice of Maui, but dude, give him a little belly suit, you know, and I mean, he's freaking ripped. That would be cool. I love seeing The Rock with a giant, like, freaking, like, curly, long mane hair, like Maui. You're welcome. Like, that would be freaking awesome, and I guarantee The Rock would do it. He would. Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, live action, that would be pretty dope. That would be good. Mike Wazowski! Even that, like Monsters Inc. live action, that would be pretty cool. Like, that would be cool. Even Ratatouille, like having the rat realistically, you know, being in France, being a chef, like they could do so much with that. Now, like I told you from the beginning, I am a like I'm a nerd when it comes to like mutants, superheroes, people moving shit with their mind, throwing fire, flying super strength. They need, hands down, to make the freaking Incredibles. That would be freaking. Don't even get me started. Live action Incredibles. Big Hero 6 was a good movie. Now this is one of the classics that as I was a kid, like I watched this. I had this on VHS. Probably some of you users don't even know what a VHS is, but yeah, basically it was a tape like that, maybe like that big, and you toss it in like cassette tape, and it would play a movie, and then you would have to rewind it. It was Stone Age. So, anyways, Hercules, like seeing like the Hydra, like seeing like the Cyclops, the Titans, like I mean they made Clash of the Titans, those graphics. I mean they can do this. This would be awesome to see Hercules live action. Let It Go, like Elsa, Frozen, that would be pretty cool. Maleficent, Angelina Jolie, that freaking movie is gonna be the bomb. The sequel, like that, like they did such a good work with the first one. The second one's gonna be the bomb. Pirates of the Caribbean. You need to bring back Bootstrap, Barbossa, Jesus. There we go. Star Wars, ladies and gentlemen. James Earl Jones. I am father. Beauty and the Beast. Like, it was beautiful, man. All this is going to be on Disney+. All of it. Simba. Now here's another classic that I would love to see. Like, this is old classic, like The Hunchback of Notre Dame, real life. That'd be amazing. Oh, even Toy Story. Toy Story, like they could do it. Wildlife.
I only hope that we never lose sight of one thing.
Even Mickey Mouse. I mentioned that live action Mickey Mouse, the one icon image that started this whole freaking thing. He deserves it.
All started by a mouse.
There you go, Disney Plus. I'm looking forward for it. I mean, this is gonna be awesome. I really highly suggest people of considering getting it. Definitely it's gonna be worth it. There's a lot of babies born every day. They need to grow up on this stuff. And it's just being open to the what they're trying to do with the live action stuff. There's a lot of good series coming out on Disney Plus. November, this fall, can't wait. Just hit the like button. Subscribe if you can, please. We need the subscribers. Leave some comments. Let me know how I'm doing. How do you like my video? What can I do to entertain you? Leave a comment, email us. The information's right there. Just see you later, guys.